Hi guys, this is a guy here and I have now come to the dark side, and this is Coral. Coral is a ride chain. Because of that, we have to run 4 copies of each card in the ride chain to maximize it. And also there's the fact that there's a lot of cards like this card here, which requires you to maximize your corals, because if not you won't be able to use our draw skill, which allows us to run 9 crits, and 2 of those crits are actual critical triggers. Because I gave her a reason right here, which is Lila here, which is at the bottom, the text box thing. Anyways, let's start with our first stride, Arcadia Star Coral. Flip a Coral stride face up. Most likely you're gonna flip Frontier Star Coral because we rarely use her. Her skill is you have a coral heart, flip a coral in your G zone, face up. You may return one of your rear guards, which is optional. Then put any cards from your deck into your soul, preferably a coral. If your regards, then okay, to your soul. Your regards equal to the number of coral in your soul gets 3,000. This unit gets plus 10,000. So more coral, more units you can give plus 3,000. Or is it your regards each get 3,000 for each coral in the soul? The wording is then put any number from soul. Your soul. Your rear guards. Okay, your rear guards as in plural equal to the number of coral. Your soul gets plus 3,000. Ah, so maybe one coral in soul, only one gets 3,000. Okay. And I think this is a continuous ability because when I call a new unit, it stays powerful. It stays as power, gains power. If you have 4 or more corals in the soul, just get plus 1 crit. Which is high. Your grade 0, your grade 1, your grade 2, your it's already 3, you just need to add one more, then your crit is online. Then Frontier, her skills counter plus 1, turn a card in your G zone face up, soul charge, and you may return any number of corals in your soul to your hand. This unit gets 5 times for each unit returned by this card effect. Oh, you may return, yeah. And if you have 2 or more face up copy of herself, you may you draw 2 cards and draw a card and call 2 cards. You only draw 1 card. And I can't read. Reading is hard. And at the end of the turn, you may put 2 grade 2 or less cards from your drop zone on the bottom of the deck. Prevents deck out. But you rarely use her. She's a first stride. But her important skill is when you're when she has when you have 2 physical copies of herself. Then we have Olivia, which is the finisher. She's the first finisher of G Bermuda, which is skills when she attacks the Vanguard, Counter Blast, and Persona Blast. Return any of them rearguards to with different card names into your hand. If you return 2 or more, call a card from each. Call a card for your front row and back row. Total cards from your hand. This unit also gets plus 1 crit. But you can replace her with any card. Really, you can maybe like give one more copy of Frontier Star Coral so you can get a set. Then there's Ange. She's our mass borrow. You only need to do Ange like once. Her skill is Counter Blast 2, which is a very steep cost. Flip a card in GG's on face up and bounce everything. Up to everything besides the Vanguards to the hand. That includes lock units. So this is the cheaper version of Harmonic Messiah. So if you can Harmonic Messiah, go with Ange. Then this card gets plus 5k for each card bounce. Then she gets a plus 1 drive, and you draw a card. Doesn't really matter. The plus 1 drive doesn't really matter. The main aspect is being able to bounce everything. She's basically a mass board wipe. Then we have Migedo. I got the spelling correctly. Finisher, Counter Blast 2. Basically everybody. Basically, you call 5 cards from your hand or drop zone. and they get plus 5k, and they can interchange. So when one attacks the Vanguard, or when this unit attacks, you switch it with any unit, preferably the one in the center column. Then you rinse and repeat until you have no more rearguards to swing. And that's it. Best, preferably you do that when your opponent's at 5. Then we have harmonics, our unlocker. Technically, you can remove harmonics in this list because Anch does it. The reason why you keep harmonics was one, if you're going first, you get a heal guard, and it prevents damage deny plays. Then that's about it for the strikes. Then Grade 3 Arcade, Aurora Star Coral. There's 3 versions of her. We're using the retrain because the retrain is the best version, and that's why. When placed or when you shred the coral, so you want to shred coral majority of the time, put the card from your hand to your soul to draw 2 cards. And at the start of the battle phase, that on your Vanguard gets a following, but all your front row units get plus 5 for every 2 coral in your soul. So that's why they gain power. Okay. Then we have Shangri-La Star Coral, show the SP art. And this is the rank reward art, which is available in real life because majority of the rank rewards in for Bermuda Triangle is just the alternate art with bikinis and legs. Then Shangri-La Coral is a crusher with Aurora Star Coral. You don't really use her skill, you just only have her because of the name. Then we have Layla because she doubles power, but it's mostly this part where she gives an extra crit, which corresponds with this unit here. Which if you have 3 or less cards in your deck, because our deck is cards very good to almost decking out, this guarantees you the win. It ignores intercept, it ignores guard cards. Your opponents completely depend on perfect guards, and that's why we kinda skip all the way to grade 1. Because this is such a powerful card. You might run her at 3 instead of 2. Decrease maybe a Stride Fodder or a copy of the grade 1 Coral. But either way, PG is a must at 4. Stride Fodder, 3 is already pushing it. So maybe you decrease a copy of the grade 1 Coral, which does nothing except it's part of the ride chain. And the ride chain goes like this. You ride the grade 1, the grade 0 skill activates, you check top 7, search for the grade 2 or the grade 3 of the ride chain. And Aurora Star is part of the ride chain because she's the same as the original Aurora Star in name, so you can use her as a search target to search the grade 2, which is Shiny Star Coral. Then if you did not get the search, she goes to the rear guard circle, which is nice, which is a buff compared to in the TCG, because regular in the TCG, if you write correctly, regardless if you succeeded or failed, she stays in the soul. Then grade 2 Shiny Star Coral. When this unit attacks, you may when this unit attack hits, you bounce 1 card. Bounces when you put a card that's on the field to the hand. Most likely your own rear guards. Only your own rear guards. So you can only bounce your own rear guards. But if you have the grade 1 in the soul, you can bounce 1 more card. So it's pretty good for anti-retire, anti-lock, and basically anti-control. She's an anti-control, but sadly, she becomes a vanilla once you reach grade 3 because her skills are all Vanguard based. And the reason we run 4 instead of like 1 or 2 is because Coral name. That's the reason why you run 4. Then I talked about Meritoa a while ago. Her soul skill is if you she has 4 or more, including this card, put this into your drop zone to draw a card. Pretty good. Pretty good card. And her Vanguard rearguard skill, when placed, put a rearguard or card from hand that's Coral into your soul to draw a card. So basically filters your vanilla cards for something better. Specca, nice multi-attack engine when this unit attack. If boosted, return one of your other cards besides herself. Our cards name the same name as her, and that unit called gets plus 3,000, which is great. You can call another Specca So double Specca, another rear guard, both have boosters. Attacks the rear guard, then your opponent has one intercept, then this with boost attacks the Vanguard. Skill, you bounce a grade 2, you call the Specca. Specca then boost. You bounce a grade 1 that boosted the other Specca to call over the Specca with a good grade 2. And with Aurora Star Coral's Stride gifting, giving your Vanguard plus 5,000 for every 2 corals in your soul, it will be boosted to at least 7,000 or 8,000, so it can hit the Vanguard if it's at 16,000 or less. More or less. Because 16,000 or less. Most units are at least 9,000. That's grade 2. You're gonna call grade 2. If you call grade 1, it's gonna be harder. But still, 3 plus 5. And more time, you're gonna have like 4. So it's gonna be like plus 10. 10 plus 3, 13. More than enough to hit over 16. Then we have our filler. Prism Duo Slaney. She bounces a card when placed, so you can put this card back in your hand so you can reuse her skill. Already talk about her. Already talk about her in other forms because she's just a generic countercharging PG. There's other PGs I don't want to craft. Don't want to waste materials to craft them, so I just picked this one. And plus, you counterblast might as well have countercharge. I already talk about the Stride Father. This is the main part you care about. This aspect here is just a bonus. And just in case you want to know, the skill is when return from your hand by your other cards where you have like 2 cards that can bounce her. You can put a card from your hand to so accept her. That one your core units get plus 3,000, and if you have it, get plus 3,000. Counter charge and draw a card, and put a card from your hand into your soul. In addition, if your soul has 4 more cards, draw another card. So first off, you bounce, so it's a plus 1. Then minus 1 because you have to put something else. Then you draw a card, then minus 1. But if you have 4 more, you could draw a card. So basically, it's just a plus 1 if you're able to get all the cards. If you get the skill at its fullest. My grammar is so bad. Then I already talked about her a while ago. She's the main finisher. I haven't been able to use her to finish, but much of the time I win or I lose. Anyways, let's see if we have an opponent. And who should be the picture? I'm gonna just go with the triple rare as the thumbnail. Instead of putting every single coral, and I'm too lazy right now. Because it's like I'm just too lazy right now. Plus like the triple R stride is the one that has the crit, and that's the one you're mostly gonna stride, so it's okay. Did we get an opponent? No opponent, sadly. Then again, it's like 9. But again, I saw a person stream Vanguard 0 today, and it's June 22. This will be out most likely July 1. After I move all my videos that were supposed to be released on July earlier to make it day by day a new deck profile video. Already done Messiahs, Deleters, Big Belly, Silverthorn, so I just need this Asha, Pale Moon, maybe a Kagro deck if I want to talk about it. Then that's all my decks that I have. Or I could Heartcraft Seal Dragons or Blade Master or something. Oh, you should always try best to get the right chain. If you get the right chain, yes. If you don't get the right chain, oh well. But preferably you get the right chain. And it's Gurgit. And I think by now my Gurgit Giza deck list is already out. I recorded that around May or something. I recorded around May. And this thing. Hoping we get the grade 2 check. If not, getting the grade 3 is okay because we are not dependent on the grade 2 for Vanguard being 11k base. Right, before in Vanguard, 11k base was just such a very high number. But around limit break era or break no around breaker era is when it became a standardized number. No, yeah, around breaker era or Legion era where 11k is the standard number for grade 3 Vanguards. Because back then Vanguard you have to guard with your hand. If your Vanguard is equal, you have to be higher by at least 1k. So if you're 15 against 16, 1k high, that's enough. That 1k high, 1k higher is very it's just enough. So sometimes if your opponent's used to attacking 50 or attacking 10k base vanguards, they sometimes forget your vanguard's 11k, which means it's 5k guard instead of a 10k guard. But then that's original Vanguard. If you want to talk about more about original Vanguard, just download Ride to Victory, which is a ROM or IOS ISO file for the 3DS. Draw a card. Calling the PG since I can bounce. If I don't bounce, oh well. Okay, he was allowed to be greedy. I run crits, so I'm safe from overhand because I run crits. That's the advantage of running crits, is that your chances of being overhand all comes from skill, not from luck. And actually, this is best to run crits when you draw too much. Like stated before in my numerous rants or rambles, Bermuda Triangle is one of the few decks that can comfortably run 9 crits or 9 stands in early Vanguard Zero. Yeah. If you missed the old era Vanguard, there's only two ways to play it. The legal way is you buy a 3DS and somehow buy the game of Ride to Victory, Lock to Victory, and Stride to Victory. The Stride to Victory only goes from GBT01 to GBT04. So it doesn't even give us Grand Blue and Pale Moon except for Silver Thorns and stuff. And Silver Thorns wasn't that strong before because it's like on hit wasn't as good compared to now. Yeah, because on hit is not as good in the TCG compared to Vanguard Zero. Because on hit just works. Oh, I just have to. Just have to guard that. Yeah, that's the only advantage. That's what made some cards very good in Zero, unlike in TCG, because on hit is inevitable in Zero. As on your opponent, it has less than 4 damage. Okay, do you have a PG? This is beyond heal guard. They have a PG. Running the old Gurgit. The only good thing aspect of the old Gurgit is that it's just counterblast one, but you remove the possibility of superior calling another card. Because the new Gurgit skill is if you superior call to unite via its skill, you get to call another card from the top of your deck at rest. Which gives you a new card, and the Regis G1, if it's a trigger card, you can just return it back. Hmm. Will he discard a card for the skill? They do not. I don't know why people run this card instead of the other one, Pelimore. Because Pelimore skills counter plus one, you superior card, superior, you superior call a card in the same column as this unit. The only thing this Gurgit Stride does is it gives a single extra attack. Unless he runs a card that's on place, which is a Glimmer Breath clone, where it's on place, activates skill by paying the cost of soul plus one card plus one. So we call another card from the top 3 cards of his deck, which won't do anything since I'm 13k base. Okay. If I were him, I would remove the. Oh, he removes the grade 1 instead. Is this. He already superior called. He gets a PG in his hand. I have 2 PGs in my drop in my damage zone. And I have no grade 3s, no stride father, so I can't stride. This deck is a terror in clan battles. And I can stride, but it's a hard stride. I'll do it. Who cares if it's a hard stride? Because I run crits, that's the thing. Because I run crits. I'm just being aggressive. No, I have filtered my deck. How many copies of the grade? I still. Oh my gosh, I have no more copies of the WinCon. Wait, did it go to my soul or something? Okay, my pawn will be pushed to 5 here. Yeah, it's 2 to 5. My favor, but I have like no hand. Call such a powerful deck, but in the end, you need to know to play. This is like my 3rd or 4th time playing. I didn't edit the deck, I only changed the G zone when I last played it. We're most like there's that we're gonna lose. It just depends on what our top card is. We are completely depending on top decking right now. Wait, I forgot they have do I have cards in the soul? Okay, I do not have anything. I should have used her skill to add her copy of herself to the soul. I don't really Vanguard Zero's ending. It's already been over a month now. Around April 20, that's when I got the news that Vanguard Zero's end of service. So sad. Oh my gosh, we just passed the month anniversary of the announcement. Because the announcement was at April 20 for me. Or maybe it's April 18. Just feels sad that Vanguard Zero's ending. Will he activate the skill? He chooses not to. I crit will do nothing, sheesh. This game I just ran out of steam too quickly. I just played too aggressively and boom. I can see why some people run draws because draws are good. But then again I play a more aggressive playstyle, so there's that. You should build the deck the way you see fit. Just use deck list as a guide. Like what I do when I build Yu-Gi-Oh! I just edit a bit based on the cards that I have, then Boom, hope I do well. And guard check. Thankfully, I have only heal guards in my hand, so I will first off take one hit. My Vanguard will be 18. Unless I activate the trigger, and I have two triggers left in my deck that are grade 3 and one more crit, so I have 3. 3 out of 7. 3 out of 7. That is a little bit 50% chance of my first damage. A little bit under 50% chance of my first damage being a critical. Never mind. I am safe because he won't be able to superior attack. As long as he's dry, I am safe. As long as he's dry, I am safe. 38,000. That's just 2 heal guards. 43,000. I think that's still 2 heal guards. Migedo. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Migedo was the only choice I could do. Because would I get to spherical cards? Alright, I did a misplay there. I did a misplay. Should have drive check first. Oh my gosh. I thought I was. Oh, I thought I. Oh my gosh. I misplayed. I misplayed big. I lose because I misplayed. Oh well. I lost. My opponent got the win because I misplayed. Because I thought, oh, I can attack from the back row. Because Aqua Force. Ay. Oh well, misplay is a thing. At least I stated my misplay, so you should just not cop. My opponent literally has 3 cards left in hand. He can't swing with his Vanguard though. If he swings, unless it's a trigger. Okay, he has 1 trigger left in his deck. He has to swing with his Vanguard. Minimum, he has to at least swing with his Vanguard. He swings with his Vanguard, and if one of these cards is a trigger, he loses. Does he draw a card? He loses. I somehow won? Never mind. Never mind, I lost. I thought I was gonna win because he's gonna deck out. Turns out he did not deck out. Oh well. I lost. I'm an embarrassment to Coral. Then again, I'm not really a Coral player. I'm just a person who has a card to craft the cards. Hmm. Okay, the more I play this deck, the more I understand. Maybe I'm just gonna do a 1 hour recording of this thing. And I just record and I don't edit the video. Then I just post it. Okay, we got a grade 2. Keeping the rest as is. Okay, I just need to add a grade 3 to my hand. Which is 4 out of 34 cards. Which is, okay, divided by 2. That is 1 out of 17. And I just made the deleter deck profile yesterday. Never mind. If I fail, it doesn't matter. Because I got the two things, I'm gonna add this thing. Because I want to crit. Come on, deck, just crit. Heal, why? I want you to. I might go remove heal guards just to make my deck 9 crit or something. Or 9 crit with draws, because draws are good. The only reason we want heals is because they're an extra guard card and it prevents you from losing. Which is not that high since you have to damage check it as your 6 damage. Okay. Okay. Top deck. Do I top deck? Yes. Megatron from Beast Wars, yes. Not from the Cybertron War or something. Why didn't they just get the old voice actor for Megatron? Got two crits that are gonna be useless to me, except they give power in exchange for bouncing to my hand. He can delete me right now, but deleting deleters is they just really got weak. That's why they had Igor, just to give them some oomph, some more power. Because without it, they're kind of weak. Like here, like look at me now. Like this card is good, but I have no cards in my drop zone, so it's kind of useless. If I had that one rear guard, he would have been able to use this card. Because you can use this, hit here, let's go to my drop zone, then when this card swing, this card skill activates and vanish deletes this card. I only have two cards in my bind zone. Bad for him, okayish for me. I became too strong, then I will crit. No, my opponent got first stride, so there's that. Heal's bad anyway, so calling this here. Okay, swing, and my opponent needs to have a PG and Han. If not, I win here. PG, PG, PG. Triple heal. Meaning, you know what that means? My opponent does not have a single PG unless he draws it right here and right now. And the first strike for deleters is so weak. Like, it's so weak. Like, sometimes you want to try the Omega Glandius triple rare because you do something more compared to the deleter stride. Because you draw a card at least. The other there's the triple rare deleter stride that I run in my deck list instead of running Omega. That thing does nothing as a first stride. It has no skill. It literally has no skill because its second skill is a GB2 skill. He should have destroyed the Persona Blast. At least he would have gained power. Hmm. Yeah, he would have at least gained power at least. And he would have been able to use his back row units to retire, get some more energy and stuff. Oh well. Just kill the perfect guard. Never mind. Does he have another copy? He doesn't. He swings. Then the 11k with boost swings. And the Vanguard swings. And I'll have like 4 cards in my bind zone, or 4 or 5. Oh, I'm gonna have 5. Nothing. So does my opponent have a PG in hand? If they don't have a PG, it's GG for them. We don't want PGs already out, so there's that. Oh my. I will drive check. I only have 4 cards, so I'll do nothing. I'll only have 4 cards, not 3 cards, so I can use this card skill. But anyways, if he has a PG, yay. If he doesn't have a PG, oh well. He doesn't have a PG. And he already, okay, win this game, one more game to solidify, because Deleters is not a top tier deck. They're just annoying to play against. Like Deleter, Omega, Witches, Oracle Think Tank, and Shadow Paladin. They're annoying to play against. Nobatama is a meta deck, and it's annoying to play against. Gear Chronicle is a meta deck as well. It's annoying to play against because of Nepada. Excuse me. I want to know, what will I stream later? Will I stream later today? No. It's 9:55 p.m. One more game, regardless win or lose, I'll end the video. I'll end the recording, and I can finally do another video recording or something. I should really just stream while I'm doing this, but if I do that, Twitch says I have to wait for like 24 hours before I can post the video. Post it as a VOD or whatever. Hmm. Oh yeah, I'm also on Kick, but I barely stream on Kick. I like only stream like yesterday, 2 days ago. Do I get the right card? I did not get. So moving here. I'm gonna play a bit aggressive. Do I get a critical? I got nothing. Okay, based on that card, it's Overlord. The Stride Father doesn't really tell you if it's the Blade Master or Overlord, or even what's the other one? Seal Dragons. I have I have to call these two twice, which will be okay. Never mind. I got the card I needed. I can ride. I can kinda stride. I have to go medium stride cost. Hmm. This thing still hits. PG, you come back. And calling this grade 2 here, it's only gonna be like plus 10. This is still PG range. Oh, oh my. The opponent's pushed to 5, 1 PG is gone. Technically 2 PGs are gone here. Yeah, 2. I just need to draw my 2 off. Just need to draw one of my 2 offs because I'm already GB2. But I have 14 cards in deck, so still nowhere close to being able to use the win con. I'll survive this because Purge, I'll be 18. Too big for most units. And that's our first stride. I'll be 18. Yes, enough overlords. Okay, one swing, deals 1 damage. He runs the Great and OG instead of like the Cross and the N. Meaning he runs Neoflame somewhere. Then again, there is space to run Neoflame. Oh my gosh, my tools are gone. They're literally gone now. I should have activated the skill to let me draw a couple more cards. Oh wow. Okay, if you have two more cards, I get to draw one card. Okay, I'm just gonna go with this thing. Who cares? Just going with the standard triple rare play. Could have gone on Ange, but I want to get more cards. And I'm gonna die this turn. Might as well go crit or go home. Question, do you have a PG in your hand? Do you have a PG in your hand? Heal is good, so meaning you can do the purge again. Do you have a PG in your hand? You have another PG. That's two PGs gone, and sadly, I ran out of two copies of that. So I can see why some people run four copies of that. I have one intercept, I can take two hits, and I can ultimate stride next turn. The purge. Quad drive. Bye bye other intercept. I can take one hit and I can block two. Sadly, I am completely dependent on RNG right now. I already know that wouldn't work. If he calls a card that isn't 17, never mind. He just needs one. He needs, depending on his two front row cards. If they're 11k base each minimum, I'm dead. I am so dead. If they're below 11k base, I have a chance to live. Okay, I'm dead. I am dead this game. I can't guard. I have no more heals. Did I misplay any point? Should I go with Ange? If I gone with Ange, I wouldn't have been able to draw enough cards to actually do a play. Should have gone with the other Coral to do multi attack. Yeah, should have done that, but like you only get to call two cards. I get to call two cards, still get bonus, and I get crit. Oh well, it's a loss. But still, it shows that I have the deck, and I played this on stream, so this is not all what I could do with the deck. Or I play one more game to make it actually 1 hour. I should do that. Even though I said earlier I'm gonna end the recording. But still, well played game, Kagro player. Okay, let's go. One more try. I won one game, wasn't too good showing, lost two games against decks that were actually good. Maybe my skill level's not that high. I do not have a good grade 1. Oh well, I have a grade 3, grade 1, and a grade 2. Top decking the grade 1. If not, oh well. Okay, Asha. I'm thinking of doing Asha after this. Then again, it's like 10 p.m. right now. And I haven't actually played with the Asha deck yet. The Magia deck is still in the works. No choice, have to ride this thing. Opponent takes 2 again. Where I'm unlucky in my riding. I'm lucky at least in my drive checks. Which should I pick? Always being always be lucky with your ride. You get the ideal grade 1, the ideal grade 2, the ideal grade 3, but your drive check sucks. You don't get the ideal rides, but your drive checks are godly or great. Sacrifice the PG because I want to have corals. I am so unlucky. Downside running 9 crits. Need to be lucky with your hand. Okay, bye bye, grade 2 intercept. I'll take 2 damage this turn. Hopefully, I top deck a grade 3. Um, oh my gosh, I misplayed. I misplayed. Oh well. Should I activate the skill? The more you know. I am dead. I thought I could have done a combo. Oh well. He doesn't intercept. I can take two. I can guard. I can take a hit and guard 2 hits. I made a misplay. I made so many misplays. I made the deck list and everything. I made so many misplays. All my games are misplays, which is so sad. I did so well when I tried this on stream, kinda. Then when I do it on the profile video, I am failing, which is so sad. So Finland has no way for multi-attack, so I am safe maybe. Do they run stuns? They run crits instead. I need to top deck a grade. That's what I should have done. I somehow survived. The thing is, like, the only way I would win is if my opponent doesn't even have a heal guard or PG. Has no guard cards. That's the only way I could win. No guard cards in hand. Oh my gosh, Zoa. Where's the Zoa though? Did he? Oh, he gave it to his center column, but he has. It's discard card only, right? Okay, it's just a discard card. Hmm. He should have just. Oh my gosh. I'm just dead here right now. Just swing with your. Oh. Do I even have heals left? Oh. Oh well. Should I keep doing this? I'll keep doing this. I'll keep playing until I show you at least a good game. I'll keep playing until I show a good game. Angel Feathers. Cat Girl. Suiko. And I did not get the ideal right. At least I'm gonna pick this one. Because if it's in my side, at least I can draw a card. I did not get that. Never mind, it's a VP farmer. Rare currents. We still have those. Is like, why VP farm? Like, the game is that unless you're doing this to get the banners, like, maybe that's the way to get the banner because every time you win or lose a game, you still get 20 points. If you keep doing it, sooner or later, you will be able to get it. Since it's a VP farmer, I'm just gonna end it here. And bye guys, I'll fight the VP farmer off screen, but this will be the end for the video now. Bye.